Hello everybody, welcome to today's session where we are going to be focusing on stretching our upper body and utilizing some yoga poses for this practice. We will start off in our ragdoll position, decompressing our thoracic and lower lumbar spine. Gently pressing the hips back, we will allow our torso to fall forward, making sure the back of our neck is not tense and gently tucking that chin in towards that chest. You can grab onto your elbows or simply let your arms fall forward, just letting it hang. Gently swaying back and forth, grounding ourselves into this moment and into this practice. Now we're gently going to lower down onto our mat, saying hello to Missy and thanking her for being here with us as we slowly transition into our first child's pose. Widening the knees as wide as your mat, making sure your big toes are touching behind you, palms facing down. We will bring our torso forward, reaching for the wall in front of us. Making sure that chin is tucked, forehead on the mat, deep breathing through your diaphragm. Taking one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We will slowly walk our hands over to the left side, feeling a great stretch on the right side of our upper side part of our back. This is our latissimus dorsi. Making sure that the shoulders are relaxed, dropping them towards the floor, and we're still breathing here. Taking one more deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose, we will slowly release and walk our hands over to the right side, where we will feel that side stretch on the left. Forehead is still to the mat, chin is tucked, knees are still wide, big toes are touching, and we're breathing. One more breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We will now release slowly out of this child's pose position, and we will make our way into a seated position. While seated on our glutes, instead of having our ankles and feet crossed, we're actually going to open this up so our breath flow is more with ease. So we're going to create some separation. The goal is for your knees to tap the floor. This just goes to show that my hips are actually a little bit tight, so I need to work on this position a little bit more. Making sure that we're seated tall, chest up, rounding the shoulders back. So we have two options here. Just go with what feels best for you. Settling in, we're going to start by rotating the neck. Big full circles, going from right to left. Very slow, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Full rotation, looking up at the ceiling. Making sure our shoulders don't creep up to our ears. Bringing in one more slow and controlled repetition. And then very gently, as we complete this circle from right to left, we will slowly transition from left to right. Completing one more neck rotation. Gently and slowly, we will bring our chin back to center, allowing our chin to stay rested in towards our chest. Gently swaying back and forth, feeling a nice stretch on the back of our neck. This is your cervical spine. Gently lifting our chin out of this position, we are going to move on to the next neck stretch. I'm going to turn my body to the side so that you have a better view. Starting on the right side, still in a seated position, we're going to plant our right palm onto the mat or the floor, bringing that left arm across our chest, gently pulling down on that right shoulder. And then we're going to bring our left ear down to our left shoulder, feeling a great stretch in the right side of our neck. Making sure we're still breathing into where you feel this stretch, clearing out any tension that you may be holding here. Slowly we will release, and I will turn my body so you can see this stretch from the left side view. In a seated position, we will plant our left palm onto the floor or your mat. Our right hand will come across our chest, gently pulling down on that left shoulder and bringing that right ear down to the right shoulder, feeling a great stretch on the left side of your neck. Taking a deep breath as we gently release from this position. For our next position, we will slowly transition onto our knees. If this is too much for your knees, you can place a blanket, a pillow, or simply widen your knees to take some stress off of them. We're going to go into our rear delt stretch, followed by a tricep stretch. Our right arm will extend up towards the sky, and then we will bring it across our chest, Taking the left arm and hooking it around the right elbow, pulling our right arm into the left opposite direction. Gently releasing from this position, we will bend the right elbow, bringing the palm behind your head. Palm is facing towards your upper back. Our left hand will distract up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor, feeling a great stretch on the outer side of your arm. Slowly releasing, we will move on to the left side of our body. I will face the other direction so you have a better view. Our left arm will extend towards the sky and then bringing it across your chest, using that right arm to hook around the left elbow. We will pull our left arm towards the right side of our body. Gently release. We will bend that left elbow, using the right hand to distract up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor, feeling a nice stretch on the outer part of this left arm. Gently releasing, we're going to prepare for one of our final poses, which is the camel, which involves a lot of spinal compression. So first we're going to ease into this by starting off with either a cobra or an upward dog. So we're going to lay on our belly on the floor or the mat, making sure that our elbows are tucked and not out wide, protecting our shoulders. We're going to plant our palms onto the floor, gently lifting the chest, creating a little back bend in that lower lumbar. If this feels like too much for you, you can gently lower back down into a cobra. Resting on our forearms, chin is up towards the sky, making sure we're breathing and the shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Breath check, making sure you're breathing through your diaphragm the best that you can. If this feels too much for your neck with your chin up towards the sky, simply lower it towards the floor. Slowly transitioning out of this position, we're going to get ready for our camel pose. This one can be very intense for the spine, but I also feel a great stretch in my front deltoids, the front of my shoulders, and my chest. Coming up onto our knees, using a pillow or a blanket if you need that for support. Starting off with the beginner part of this pose, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. You have to start somewhere. We will plant both palms behind us and then gently lifting the chin towards the ceiling and allowing our neck to fall back. Feeling a great stretch in the spine, spinal compression here, and opening up the chest and the front of our shoulders. If that's where you need to start, please do so. If you want something a little bit more intense, we will come back up onto our knees. Left arm will swing up and around, grabbing for that left ankle. Right arm, we will swing up and back, grabbing the right ankle. Once again, gently lowering that chin and that head behind us. This is very intense, but also great for opening up the throat chakra. Your voice is valid and your voice should be heard. Making sure you're forcing your prana, your breath, through this position. If you want to take it a little bit further, you're going to plant your palms on your ankles. Holding this position for a little bit longer. If you are open for the challenge, then do so. And gently we will release. Although that is a great chest and front deltoid opener for myself, that was a lot of compression on our spine. So now slowly we're going to transition onto our back, laying on our mat or the floor so we can decompress our lower back. Knees are bent. We're going to hug our knees into our chest. Deep breathing and being grateful for this relaxed pose after being so intense with the camel. Gently rocking side to side. Gently falling into our final resting pose, our savasana. We will lengthen our legs out in front of us, still on our back, allowing our feet to fall wide. Arms are by our sides. Palms are facing the sky or the ceiling to receive. Taking deep breaths through our belly, allowing it to expand up towards the ceiling, and then pulling the belly button back in towards the spine. I clear and cleanse this space. Only love and light live here. My space is cleansed. My space is protected. I release and let go of all that no longer serves me from this space. My space is cleansed. My space is protected. I am whole. I am protected. Taking one more deep breath. We will wiggle our toes and our fingers, awakening back into our body. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you feel more relaxed than when you first got started. See you next week.